What's going on, guys? It's Brev. Welcome back to another video of What Would Brev Do, where we're going to play an entire ranked seasons game today. What I kind of wanted to go over in this video was some of the top mistakes I see people making with the 99 Shohei Ohtani card. Obviously, very valuable weapon to have on the roster. The fact that he has max power as a pitcher is crazy. So we're going to go over the top 3 mistakes that people make using Shohei, and we are actually at 885 on this account, so it is a win and get in game for us for World Series this season, and the season's tomorrow, so hopefully we win. One mistake is outside of the game, and 2 mistakes happen like inside of the game with sequencing and stuff. So the number 1 mistake that happens outside of the game, this is the biggest mistake by far. I think if you're doing this, you're really hindering yourself when you make a Shohei start, and that is leaving your pitcher spot in the 9 hole. A lot of people don't value Shohei like as a top tier pitcher compared to other some like strictly pitchers. Obviously, a lot of his value comes from hitting, and when you leave him in the 9 hole, you can leave yourself open to like some really awkward decisions where you're moving towards the middle innings, the 3rd, 4th, 5th inning, and maybe Shohei's only hit 1 time so far, and he's not having the best outing. You want to take him out, but you feel obligated to leave him in because his spot in the lineup's coming up. So all these awkward problems can be avoided by batting Shohei much higher in the lineup. So I do bat him 3rd, if nothing else, just to keep my lefties in the lineup kind of more balanced. This way I have my lefties at 3, 6, and 9. Franco's a pseudo-lefty, and then that helps my righty-lefty balance a lot. I actually think probably the most ideal spot you could possibly bat Shohei would actually just be leadoff, especially given his speed, just to guarantee yourself that you get all of his bats out of the way as soon as possible if you do want to make a pitching change. So by batting him a lot higher in the lineup, you kind of avoid those awkward situations. You get more value out of his bat. So let's say Shohei's having a really rough game, but you're also keeping yourself in it with your offense. He gets his 3rd at bat in the 4th inning because he's batting 3 hole. Then when you take him out, the pitcher spot obviously doesn't hit again until the 3 hole. So instead of the 9 hole, you're gonna have Wander Franco there, an actual position player. You won't have to worry about pinch hitting for a long time. So I hope that makes sense. Really important to not bat Shohei 9th when you're pitching with him. If you noticed my lineup screen as well, I did have a main and a Shohei page. That's literally the same roster, but the pitcher spot is 3rd instead of 9th for the Shohei page. And obviously the lineup's rearranged a little bit just to kind of help, still back up the lefties in the lineup. I don't think Shohei needs a ton of help. You can see the guys around him don't really crush lefties. Shohei has pretty even splits. And, moving into the late game, unless you're having a really good game, it's going to be a pinch hitter there anyway. So hopefully that makes sense. That's big mistake number 1. Hopefully just that small little change can help you guys out in your starts with Shohei moving forward. I think that guy figured out he was the away team and backed out. That is unfortunate. So I guess I'll briefly dive into the 2 other mistakes that people make when using Shohei. Those are more pitcher-oriented. Number 1 the second mistake would be that throwing the slider to left-handed batters is pretty much off limits, in my opinion. The pitch is not good enough. The slider's way too loopy. It very often ends up not really where you wanted it to end up because the par is so big. Surprisingly, when it's supposed to be his second best pitch, it's actually not that good of a pitch, and it's just completely off limits versus lefties for me. So we'll dive more into this when we get into the gameplay. I was kind of just trying to fill the air there. But here we are. We are on the road at a custom stadium facing a super fractor Lance Lynn. So this will probably be a shootout, I would assume. This is a max elevation stadium. We do actually have the potential to play on Legend here too, given that we're 885. So if this guy has already made World Series, this could be on Legend. We will see what happens. Haven't faced Lance Lynn in a hot minute. Kind of scared about it because he fits the bill really well for Magunski's new video that he put out. So I actually blinked when he threw that, but obviously I should be up there hacking there. I'm going in cold here too, boys. I haven't played in a couple days online, so don't do what I just did. And given the fact that this guy's attacking the zone the way he is, he may actually know who I am. This actually happens a lot when I get into the higher ratings. People just relentlessly throw strikes to me because they know what I'm trying to do at the plate. Something I have to deal with sometimes. That was his 6th strike in a row. Luckily, we poke it to the right side for a base hit. I just noticed his distance to the corners is really short, so this is probably going to be a massively high-scoring game. Now we get Shohei in the 3-hole, so let's see if we can do some damage with him. He has actually gone sinker right after cutter a couple times now. Unfortunately, we missed with our PCI there, so it is a fielder's choice. Luckily, with Shohei's speed, he beats it out. And hopefully we can do some 2-out damage with Vlad here. I'm going to sit sinker inside since he started me there a lot. He did throw it, but lucky for him, it was off the plate. Last time he doubled up, so I'm just going to sit on it again. And he does go to the curve. Nice mix-up, right thing to do when I pull it foul. Clearly was ready to hit that sinker. And now I got to be weary of swinging early at cutters away. I do not want to do that here. And 3-1 to Vlad. We're looking sinker inside here. He tried cutter inside and missed his spot, so we worked the walk. And now we're looking cutter first pitch into sinker second pitch. He did actually mix it up. Maybe he flip-flops. We'll look cutter here now. This guy's mixing well. We don't have a ton of information because it's still the first inning, but I'm just brainstorming here. And he does kind of hang a curveball there. We end up hitting a good up the middle for an RBI single. And despite striking out looking on 3 pitches to start the game, we somehow scored this inning still. So that is good news. He's also staying a lot more out of the middle of the zone these last couple of bats, which is good for us, as he hoses one right there, right when I say that. Of course he did. All right. I'm never saying that again. Not surprising, he went 4-seamer there. He caught me looking with it last time. He may try to go up and in now since that worked last time. He went curve again. Big boy take. And I gotta imagine it's a 4-seam now. Yep. Fighting it off. Good AB from Schwarbs here. Nice little sinker from him, and that actually stayed fair. I'm surprised that stayed fair. This stadium is kind of crazy. This is the power of Shohei, though. As we move towards the bottom of the lineup, it's not going to get any easier for him. Sitting sinker again here. And we were actually too early. But yeah, obviously the way we have this set up, we got Wander Franco hitting 9th and not a random pitcher, so a lot of offensive pressure with Shohei, which is kind of the point. Can't believe I was late on that. Thought I saw it the whole way, but good first inning. We scored 2, and now we'll get into... Oh, this is a Harry Potter stadium? Nice, dude. We'll get into the nitty-gritty of pitching with Shohei. So, rule number 2, pretty much never throw the slider versus lefties. It's not a good pitch. Versus righties, you pretty much always want to keep it glove side. It's the best spot for that. And then rule number 3 is people throw way too many glove side cutters. So pitches that look like this, people throw that way too often. Shohei's cutter is actually very slow compared to his 4-seamer, which is kind of unique. A lot of cutters are only slightly slower than 4-seams. And you would think that spamming them glove side versus righties especially would be good because, you know, you're mixing up the speeds. But what actually happens is that the cutter is so slow that it's really easy to read out of the hand, especially if you're pitching to a good player. So try to keep the glove side cutters, you know, to lefties, and when you're facing righties, I actually try to keep them arm side. If you need like a better, like, in-depth description of how to pitch with a really slow cutter like that, as Tony Gwynn takes me deep. Unfortunately, that ball wasn't even a strike. Good on him, man. This stadium is gonna spoil my Shohei video because I'm gonna give up 1,000 runs here. This guy just hit a 334 bomb with an 87-mile-an-hour exit velo. Unreal, dude. Anyway, if you want a more like in-depth look at the slow cutter and how to really work with that, I did make a video last year with finest controversial player who shall remain unnamed because I don't know if saying his name will get me demonetized. Nice rip by him. He's hit a couple splitters well, so we'll try to mix up from there. I'll put the link in the description. I just don't want to do anything dumb. But yeah, somebody got a finest car last year that had a really slow cutter that, you know, hasn't been able to play the second half of this season. And we kind of showcased how to use the slow cutter in that video as opposed to the more traditional cutter, which is only slightly slower. So this guy's kind of hard to pitch to so far because his bat is really fast, but he's also hit the splitters really well. So we're going to have to lean on the cutter for sure. It's going to be our best pitch. I do think it is Shohei's best pitch in general, is his cutter. It's between the cutter and the splitter for sure. I'm actually going to challenge him here just in case he adjusts. He was late there. Nice. Good mix-up from us. But yeah, really a lot of pitching well with Shohei is four seams, cutters, splitters, and really right on right, staying away from the glove side cutter, and right on left, really just staying away from the slider at all. Yeah, would be my best advice with this card. So rather than repeating the same thing, let's just try to get out of this inning. We do not. That was an unfortunate double up, and this is going to get nasty, man. I can't believe this stadium is legal, dude. I'm actually going to give up 15 runs, man. Good swing by him. We want to avoid a mistake here, which is, you know, tilt throwing I actually can't pitch. I don't know what's going on. We're going to try to avoid tilt throwing a four-seam here. Even though we want to feature the four-seam more, since the pitches he's really crushed so far have been cutter and splitter. Although we need to do it sparingly. You don't really want to throw a four-seam first pitch, like a rage pitch, because sometimes they'll just be sitting on it and you'll give up a back-to-back for no reason. So Aggie 1834's got us on the ropes after one inning. We really didn't make a bad pitch. The double up on the cutter was debatable. He did crush it, but the home run we gave up on the splitter was tough for sure. But maybe we'll get into one of those awkward situations where we do want to take Shohei out early and we can showcase why batting him third is really good. Couple of sinkers to start us off there, man. We may beat this out. Now we got way slow out of the box. So his sequencing, you know, he's done good mix-ups here and there, but for the most part, he's pretty bent on throwing sinkers inside, right on right, which is pretty typical. So we may just look for one in a better spot early in the count and just take a better swing than we just did with Trey there. Didn't really give ourselves a chance with that PCI placement. Nice cutter from him. We hit it in the gap, and it's going to hit the wall after like 3 bounces. 9-hole Wander Franco coming through, and now we roll it over the top of the lineup. This game is going to be so high scoring. I'm going to sit four-seam / sinker here, something fast. Doing it again. He may double up because he kind of missed his spot there. We'll see. Nice four-seam. Didn't trust myself. Man, no way he goes there 3 times, right? I'm not going to let him. He went curveball right down the middle. Thank you, dude. That reminds me of one of my buddies I went to... I don't know how to tell this story without doxing myself. One of my buddies I went to high school with. By the way, we're sitting sinker inside here. And somehow that's gone. This is wild. All right, good job, Hannes. Anyway, one of the buddies I went to high school with faced a guy on the mound who is now a very good pitcher in the major leagues. And he tells his story of his 3-pitch at bat where the guy threw him a fastball and he didn't even see it. Strike 1. Threw him a fastball, didn't see that one either. Strike 2. And then 0-2, he just hung a curveball right down the middle and my friend hit a home run off him. It's hilarious. Probably doesn't sound as hilarious, me telling it this way, but it's a good story, man. If the guy would have just thrown 3 fastballs, he'd have been toast. Good cutter there from him. Nice mix-up. I got to start protecting inside with 2 strikes now. He's already shown he'll go four-seamer there, so. I don't know why he's throwing so many curves with Lance Lynn. It's very weird. Not enough cutters from this guy so far, in my opinion. Again, these videos are for me, not for my opponents, but I actually don't think I've seen somebody throw this many curveballs in a long time this year. Curveballs in general, like, are really just a pitch you want to mix in here and there. Not a pitch you can really rely on unless it's thrown very hard, like somebody with a very hard primary screwball like Bly 11 or something. Where's his card, by the way, this year? I feel like it could actually be decent depending on his hits per 9. George Brett screws us there. And so far, 6 runs through an inning and a third. Hopefully Shohei can give us enough on the mound to where we don't have to feel like we have to score 20 to win. But so far, so good, man. Shohei even getting one himself. And if you're wondering why I'm continuously taking these four-seamers in, before 2 strikes. I even took one with 2 strikes, which I said was bad, but it's because I'm kind of staying patient with the tunnel over here. Like, if it's a cutter on my hands, it's not a pitch I want to swing at all before 2 strikes, because I'm going to foul it off or make an out pretty much every time. So it's just better to take if I don't know for sure that it's a 4-seam. That's a pitch I got to crush. Just missed it. And he did try to go 4-seam there. Unfortunately, we're just early and hit it foul. He seems like the type to double up here. I think the right pitch would be cutter on my hands, but I'm protecting inside no matter what. Nice change. We were a little bit early. Good spot for that pitch. Good inning from us, though, man. 2 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second. Also, I just realized this guy is starting Gary Carter. That's scary. Whenever somebody starts Gary Carter, it probably means they're good enough to actually score with Gary Carter in their lineup, so that's pretty scary. Trey hits the good splitter for a leadoff single. And this guy's very good, man. So far, so good from him. I'm trying to figure out what I can do to get a ground ball here. Let's try to bury his splitter. We also try to vary our timings a little bit, just in case he steals, just like that. And we'll try a belt high slider off the plate here. People sometimes steal 0-2 as well. There he goes. Got him swinging late at it. Can we gun him with Schwartz? No chance. Dang, I thought we did good holding him there, but he still gets in. And our opponent's going to move away from Lance Lynn right away, which is definitely the right move if he's in his World Series game, which he very well could be if he's around our rating. So if this is a must-win game for you and your bullpen's rested, then pinch hitting is for sure the right play here for him. So good job. We'll try a first pitch curve. Maybe he takes it. It's not where I wanted that at all. And bad pitching from us there, dude. Man, crushed. Seth Beer off the bench. Good PCI from him. One thing I haven't been doing enough is throwing this guy 4-seams, but the reason I haven't been doing it is because his bat's generally fast. So Shohei is getting torched a little bit this start, which is okay. I feel like when people have starts like this with Shohei, they just want to move away from him. And I get it, like, if you don't feel like you're at the skill level to take advantage of Shohei's bat, then Shohei may actually not be a good card for you. But for where I'm at, I feel like I can maximize that at bat every time, and having a pitcher that just hits that well is insane. So we'll try to bury a curve. He did chase it in the first inning, and he chases it again. Thankfully, Vlad Jr. makes the play. And we go on to the third in a 6-5 game. Couple of adjustments I'm looking to make on the mound with Shohei moving forward. 1 will be throwing this guy more balls, and 2 will be throwing this guy more 4-seams. And really making him, you know, recognize the off speed. And he does go double starter here. Lance Lynn and Freddie Peralta. Guy really likes his all-star game starters. Neither of those guys I really have a tough time hitting, so I can't say I'm disappointed to see Freddie here. There's probably 30 other guys I'd like to see less, so we will take this. Similar-ish pitch mix to Lynn as well. Really just a lack of cutter and a slider instead. Wonder if he doubles up there. Nice change from him. Again, we're protecting the inside here. It's a little bit harder with a slider now. Yeah. The problem with Freddie's slider is it's a lot like Shohei's. It's slow and loopy, so it's easy to read. And that is a 4-seam right down the pipe to Schwartz. He hits it out at this Little League field. And it's 7-5. Also, if you're wondering why I'm using J-Rod, I've been having a lot of success with this card. He's just fun, I think. I don't think he's that good on Legend, just because his contact isn't up there. But below Legend, I've been doing really well across all accounts with this card. I just think he's fun. 0-2 here. Got to look for the fastball. Triple off speed would not be surprising either, though. Good pitch from him. I should be able to take that with how easy that was to read out of the hand. But I just swung. It was very close. Now with that, we crushed a fastball for a homer, and we made an out on a slider, so this guy may feature off speed a lot more as we move forward through this inning specifically until he feels we've adjusted. This has been a nice cat and mouse from both of us here. Bad PCI. I didn't really want it. I didn't see it that well. Dang it. Nice. That one's a little bit farther off the plate, so an easier take. We'll see if he goes back to the hard stuff here. He did not. He went curve. So many curves, man. I do not recommend throwing this many curveballs, dude. I've thrown one curveball for a strike this game. Gave up a 2-run bomb. He's given up several bombs on curves. This is a 4-seam in. Ooh. Nice, nice. He's actually been throwing it a lot second pitch. I'm going to sit on it again. Yeah, too many curves from this guy so far for sure. Nice change. Good sequence there, dude. Unfortunately, our pitcher spot makes another out, our 9-hole. Universal DH win. And we got Mickey back up. So let's try to get a little 2-out rally here. 2 runs an inning actually might not be enough to win this game. If we kept this pace up, we'd end up with around 20 runs, and I still don't feel comfortable about it. Nice backdoor slider. Again, we're protecting inside because he's already caught us looking once with the 4-seam. And we did just drop barely under that. So we are going to lead the inning only scoring 2. And this is what I'm talking about with the middle innings, man. Shohei's due up second next inning, so unless he starts getting absolutely destroyed, we're going to get at least 4 out of him. And then if we want to move away from him after the 4th inning, we have that option because we've already used, his bat 3 times. So, our 2 goals now, based on how this guy's played, more balls and more fastballs. So, you can see we start him off with a 4-seamer for a strike just to get ahead. Then we bury a curve. Then we try to bury a split. That's pretty easy to read. And let's try a slider just off the plate here. Hopefully it's a good spot. It is, and he's late on it. So when people are late on your off speed, it's actually pretty scary. It means they saw it the whole way. I'm not surprised because this guy has seen a lot of pitches I've thrown very well so far this game. But yeah, don't take that as it looks like a bad swing, but it actually wasn't. He saw it all the way and just didn't time it up right. We will take the strikeout, though. Maybe I try to work this cutter outside versus the lefty just for a get-me over here. Hopefully he doesn't pull this early. Nice. And let's try to bury the curve again. You can see I am never throwing sliders to lefties, man. It's just not worth it, dude. If anywhere you want to throw a slider, like here, in this spot, just do a cutter instead. It's too loopy. It's not going to go where you want it to go. Look at Vlad Jr., man. Nice play. Can we possibly get a 1-2-3 here? I'm going to bury splitter first pitch now, because I've really only been doing it after I got ahead, so this could be a mix-up. That pitch was nowhere close, though. We'll go back to the high slider. I haven't challenged this guy above the zone either. Nice swing by him. Hits it out to the little porch. This actually sucks for me, dude. This looks like the worst outing of all time from Shohei, but this stadium is just like, it's impossible to have a good ERA here. He's early on the cutter there. Hits it in the gap. Man, I just want to get out of this inning alive here, dude. We're going to do a mound visit, try to get some confidence. And I hope my game didn't just freeze. Nice. He was only just early. Good swing by him. We may get there with J-Rod. Good play. I'm happy he caught it. And we stay ahead here. Everybody has scored we've scored in each half inning. So Shohei's going to get his at-bat here in the 4th, and then we could have looked to make a change. To be honest, I don't even really feel like I'm pitching that bad, though. This guy's just a good player, and we're playing, on Mount Everest. So these things are going to happen. 3-1 to Hannes. He is 2 for 2, but I am going to take here. Getting that speed and a leadoff walk would be nice. Nice little sinker from him. And I imagine he'll go slider down and away or sinker inside here. which sucks because we can't really sit on either one. We'll just try to keep a fast bat. He did go sinker in, and I was still late. He went up there instead of down. He hasn't actually hit that up and in corner to a righty yet with a sinker, so that was good from him. And we definitely need Shohei to try to get on base or something here, man. Got to keep the pressure on. Try to not let Freddie Peralta steer this game back in our opponent's favor.
That was a pretty good pitch that was down in the zone, and he handled it really nice.
Bad by me. I'm trying to sit on these fastballs inside, just in case he wants to go there. Feel like he does. That one's a little bit too close to the corner for me to want to swing. Could have been crushed, though. Up and away there. Nice. I don't know what he's going to throw. Got to be careful of the sliders off the plate inside. He went backdoor slider. We hit a perfect to dead center. Shohei's going to get 2 bombs. Nice, man. The hitter that's pretending he's a pitcher on this game pays off. And now this is a sinker in. Yes, sir. That's one of those rage pitches I was trying to talk about earlier. It wasn't a 4-seam like what I usually say, but you can tell his most comfortable pitch is the sinker into righty. So pretty easy to tell that one was coming. Unfortunately, we only got a single out of it. But good sequence from us. Back-to-back at bats there. Probably going to see a little bit more off-speed here, because we did just crush that sinker. And I blinked again. Feels bad. It's the most hittable pitch he's thrown all game. That's okay. Maybe we trick him into doubling up. There's that 4-seam in. Gotta be careful of the sliders inside here. Nice changeup. Unfortunately, that's a double play. Dang. Just a little bit late side of good and a little on top. We make 2 outs. So that is unfortunate. We do get 1, though. And we're going to start getting the bullpen up. Now that we have gotten our value out of Shohei, this game is, close. Our bullpen is rested. Maybe we can try to make some moves to put some people in there that have this guy a little bit more off balance than Shohei has had so far. Although it's going to be hard to imagine a scenario where we put anybody in there and they just lock him down. This guy's too good of a player, and like I keep saying, the stadium is too insane. 8-9-1 from him, though. The fact that he paused implies that he is probably going to pinch hit for Freddie Peralta, which is not really a surprise, given that he's losing. And he's already indicated this is like a win-or-go-home game for him as well, so we will definitely see a pinch hitter next. I'm going to try to throw this cutter up and off the plate. Hopefully he doesn't early bloop us on this. Good take, actually. Normally, I'd really like to elevate a 4-seam here as well. But at this stadium, it's probably going to get hit out, even if he doesn't make the greatest contact. So we'll bury another curve. That's one of the pitches that has actually worked for us. We've gotten several strikeouts on that now, so that is good. We'll just try it. If he takes it, he takes it. If he wants to bail us out and swing at it, we'll take that too. So Nolan Gorman off the bench. So this is his second pinch hitter, and it's the 4th inning. So I'm going to pause the game, and I'm going to hit square. This is X on Xbox. Then I'm going to go over and I'm going to look at his bench just to see what we're working with. So he has actually burned both lefty bench bats so far. So that is really important to know, because as we move into the later innings, it means unless I have, a really good matchup for one specific high leverage at bat, we're probably going to look at exclusively righty relievers from here on out, because he's only got 3 bench bats left. He's got Biggio, Rodriguez, and Mantle. We don't want to get stuck with a lefty on the mound when he has to pinch hit, bottom line. So we're going to be looking at pretty much righties the whole way, which is double good for us because the righties are a lot better than the lefties out of the pen. That may change now that Wagner's out. We're going to be out, but yeah, it probably won't. I don't know what to throw him here. I'm going to try to throw this 4-seamer in, but not quite on the corner. And we do actually jam him up. That's a huge out there. I wonder if he was sitting cutter or if he just wasn't expecting that spot. But to go down 2-0 there and get him to swing late for an out, it's gigantic. What a huge out there, man. And now Shohei's going to trick us into leaving him in, I think. If he gets an out here, he's going to bait us into leaving him in. This guy's been a lot more patient these last 2 at-bats. I want to throw this. Hopefully this is high enough. Nice. Whew. I was scared of that. If he pulled that instead of hitting it dead center, it was gone for sure. That's a pitch I use a lot more with Shohei. This stadium is just really sketchy for that pitch specifically. Kind of sketchy for every pitch, to be honest. So we actually just generated the first half inning where somebody didn't score, so that's huge, especially considering we only scored 1 in our deal. Win Thomas Bellinger into who afterwards? Kemp Brett. So if we went to a lefty, he would have to leave after Bellinger, which I think is fine. So then I'm going to go Britton for 3 batters next inning. And then this could also bait him into a platoon with J-Rod for Gwynn as well if he wants to get really aggressive. I'm trying to decide if I want Lee Smith after that. Probably yes. I probably want multiple innings out of Rivera and Gossage each. Could go Reyes, actually. He's probably too close to Britton, though. So we'll go Britton 3 batters, then Smith. Maybe we can get enough offense to where we can bat around to Shohei before he leaves. That'd be sick. Definitely should have swung at that first pitch slider, but I wasn't ready. Similar sequence to Mickey starting off the game there, trying to catch me looking after pounding the zone first 2. Nice. Good changeup. That's becoming like the pitch that's worked the best for him. So when we were pitching with Shohei, you see we're burying some curveballs in the dirt because that's the pitch we've had the most success with. This is now twice where he's thrown a down and in changeup to a lefty and he's gotten an out. So we have to be a lot more ready to hit that pitch moving forward because it's definitely becoming a crutch for him. So we want to try to counter that. Timing's all over the place this at bat. Nice. So he actually threw it to a righty too. I was protecting against the backdoor sinker with that swing, which I haven't seen yet, so that was actually pretty bad for me. Alright, sinker inside. See if he goes slider away here. I'm actually going to put my PCI like somewhere over here. Curve, nice. I imagine he'll go slider now. Nice, off the plate. Probably back to the sinker in. No. Okay, 3-1 with Trey. I'm inclined to take here. Let's see what he throws. Decent pitch. Nice. He gets me swinging late side of good there. So we don't score either. Not good from us, man. And going into the 5th here, we're going to stick to our game plan. You know, it could be tempting to not take Shohei out with him looming, but we're going to go to Britton. Obviously, not the outing we're looking for when we're doing a Shohei video, but what can you do? Play good players in Little League Park. This just happens. He's first pitch swinging slider and flies out, so that's good for us for sure. 1 pitch, 1 out, always good. Britton, I usually try to feature the slider a lot just because if you don't use it as your primary, they're going to see it every time you throw it right. They're just going to sit fastball and react. So you really, with Britton, have to try to slow their bat down to the point where they're like consciously thinking of the slider, and then you try to gas them up from there. Because if you do sinkers only, you're going to have a hard time getting the slider by anybody. So he did have good timing on that slider, so we'll go to the sinker now. Hopefully he doesn't turn and burn. He is late. Nice. So we're pitching him a little bit backwards with Britton, which is really what I like to do. Going right back to the slider here could be a mistake. He did actually have a slow bat. Schwarber, get on your horse. 1, 2, 3 from Britton, which is best case scenario because now we don't burn a reliever, an extra reliever, if we get to our pitcher spot here, which is due up 4th. So next we're going to have Kemp Brett Turner. So we're going to go to a righty, and the fact that we are hopefully going to pinch hit if we get one guy on, I'm going to get Mo up. So Mo's a guy I want to throw multiple innings if I can. Lee Smith's a guy I want to throw 1 inning. So we have both of them warming up now, just in case we go 1, 2, 3, we can put Smith in. Hope that makes sense. Unfortunately, just missed that curve right there. Just a little bit off of it. Sucks to fly out on those. And I need to focus up a bit because we kind of have pumped the brakes offensively, and this is a very, very losable game, especially on the road at this park. Try to be a little aggro there. Didn't work out. Dang it, man. My PCI placement has been not good recently. I think I need to pick one pitch and sit on it. Obviously, it's going to be sinker in now with the righty up. Nice. Good mix-up from him. He threw it high as well. I like that pitch. Curveball inside. Hopefully I got all of that one. Please. Oh, no. Couldn't even hit it out of this park, dude. Uh-oh. Okay, well. Lee Smith it is. That's worst case scenario for us. Didn't feel like that was that bad of a swing. Taking Britton out's kind of awkward because he looks so bad against him. But sticking with the game plan. Lee Smith throws a very hard slider as well, so you can do a lot of things with his slider like you can do with DeGrom and stuff, even though he doesn't have outlier. You can throw the forkball in weird spots as well. Normally I like throwing it here. I'm just a little leery about it because he did actually take that out with a splitter earlier this game. Luckily he takes that, and we did get him to chase this before, so let's try it. The slider off the plate. He goes fishing. Nicely done. Feels like every at-bat we're having to navigate, man. Any given pitch could be a bomb. Nice. Somehow he lifts that, and somehow it stays in play. I will take the free out. 2 down now. I also like that you can see his bullpen in the outfield, so we already know without looking he's warming up Gregory Soto, which I guess is better than not knowing that information. Also, I didn't realize we're doing the double A's unis till just now. Love it, dude. Trying to stay with the off-speed here, man. He seems kind of pressing or just a little bit aggressive against Lee. So we're trying to keep it slow. We'll try to mix in the cutter. Yep, still a really fast bat. So we'll keep it slow again. We'll try the same slider here just to see. If he doesn't swing, it's okay. He did swing. And we get the out. So the bullpen is coming up huge. We have to stop sucking at the plate is the bottom line. That's our win condition for this one. Stretch this lead out to a point where it's going to be hard for him to come back. I don't remember who he has on the mound. It's Reyes. So because of the luxury of having Ohtani hit for us, we now can double burn a bench bat if we want. So I'm going to bring in Mullins. And if he does counter with Soto, that's actually really good for us because we'll counter with probably Frank Thomas, and then we have Vlad Jr. and Chipper right after. So I actually want him to make the change here, so that's why we start with the lefty. This is actually a really good play by him not going to the lefty here to counter this. I really like this a lot. So we'll get Hader up, but it's definitely Mo next inning, and we need to get the bats going. I think I got all that one. I should have. Is the ball just randomly dead now? Okay, I did get it all. Nice job, Cedric. Mullins off the bench. The pinch hit homer. Took the slider, finally swung at one that he left over the plate, and there's the tilted sinker inside again. Obviously, I'm going to swing at that every time. Didn't work out that time. He got it a little bit off the plate, and we were under it. But you can see just, you know, there's been several times this game where this guy has given up a home run, the next batter's a righty, and he just autopilots a sinker inside. So these are the things you got to pick up on to really just take advantage of your opponent's weaknesses. Because I think we've gotten at least 2 runs off just picking up on that alone this game. I'm happy we hit a home run with Cedric because we are not performing otherwise. This guy is definitely, you know, throwing all 5 of Reyes' pitches, which is semi-unusual. Usually people try to feature the sinker a lot more than this guy has. It's definitely thrown me off. I got to tip my cap to him on that one. 2-0 to Schwarber. He does actually have the shift turned off as well. So if you've heard me in previous videos, trying to stay outside with Schwarber up, nobody on, that doesn't really apply here because if we pull the ball, it's fine. A couple of front door sinkers here. See if he goes 3 in a row. He went 4-seam. That's on me. I got to have a quicker bat there. And I think we only scored 1 off 3 innings of Alex Reyes, which is bad stuff. Hopefully Mo can carry us, not let this guy get too far back in it. But, even if he puts up 1 or 2 this inning, it's going to get really tight. So obviously we go righty here. He's got Gary Carter into a pinch hit, which is either going to be Mantle or a righty. We know that from checking his bench. So a righty. Wow, this is really aggressive. So with the pinch hitter on deck, this is going to leave him with 1 bench bat left in the bottom 7th. So he's really screwing himself if this goes to extras. And because of the player that Biggio is and the desperation that this move represents, I'm actually going to put bunt defense on. This might look really weird, given that we're up 4 as well, but I just don't want to give him the opportunity to bunt, to lead this inning off with a base runner. Because pinch hitting, I mean, you kind of put yourself in that spot just by starting Gary Carter in general. I don't really know why he did that. But this is a very desperate pinch hit, especially considering the amount of bench bats he's already burned this game. So that level of desperation, we definitely want to take away like an easy out for him, which would be to drag bunt to second to start this inning. I'm going to elevate a fastball again, try to throw it high enough, and hopefully Biggio doesn't have the power to punish us here. He just foul it off. Dang it. And we'll try this slider just off the plate again. We've gotten him a couple times. Good take from him. Nice adjustment. We'll try to throw it low now. I don't have a curveball to throw with Mo, obviously. But this is kind of like that earlier from Shohei. And what do I do here? I haven't thrown a backdoor sinker to a righty yet. Let's try it. Whew! Nasty. That's a hard pitch to swing at, too, with Mo up there, because at that tunnel, if it's a cutter, you're just rolling it over. So he really pigeonholed himself with those pinch hits earlier. I'm not saying those pinch hits were bad, but, just us tracking that he used both lefties really put us in a really good spot in this late inning, because we know he's going to pinch hit with a righty for his pitcher spot, and then he also desperation pinch hit for his catcher with Biggio. So we get back-to-back. He's the one as the pinch hitter that's supposed to be in the driver's seat matchup-wise. And we actually got back-to-back at-bats right on right there with his substitution. So hope it makes sense how big of a deal that is to come away with that. Haven't featured the cutter much with Mo, as you can tell. It's generally how I do pitch with Mo. People like to sit on it. So kind of like with Britton, you kind of have to throw it less often than other things. Really solid outing from our bullpen so far, man. Very, very happy. And if you're paying attention, his only bench bat left now is Mickey Mantle. So if at any point he gets desperate enough to, pinch hit Mickey Mantle for a position player, that then sets us up for a scenario where we can track where his pitcher spot is, and we can know for sure that he doesn't have a pinch hitter available. That's getting really deep, though. Hopefully he doesn't hit well enough to where we get to that point. And just trying to take a couple pitches here from Soto. Trying to get my feet wet with a new pitcher in. Dang, I need that to hit me. I wonder if his bullpen's a little bit tired too, or if he got lazy just bringing Soto in. This part of my lineup, I don't know if Soto's great. I'm going to take here 3-1. Leadoff walk is good. We talked about it earlier. Nice 4-seam from him. And now we're going to keep a fast bat. I assume this is going to be sinker or fastball. Nice mix-up. That was a really good pitch from him. We got lucky to foul that. We're going to keep a fast bat again. Common sequence would be gas me up now. Man, this guy's ahead of me. No way he throws it 3 times in a row, right? Ah, dang it. I psyched myself out there. I actually thought he might throw it 3 times in a row. If I'd have been keeping the fast bat, I would have pulled that slider foul or something. Just didn't trust it. We need insurance, though, for sure. The fact that we've put up zeros 4 innings in a row is great, but it's probably not going to last.
building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Man.
Fouled off.
I've scored 10 runs this game, and I feel like I've played, like, terrible. It's funny how this works. This is one of the most uncomfortable games I've felt at the plate in a while, and I have 10 runs. Man. Well, we might just have to do it with our pitching, dudes. I am sorry for what has happened to my offense the latter part of this game. There we go. Wander? Gone? Nice. We got a cheap one. We have to somehow prevent him from doing that is the issue, which is why I want to score more. All right, I'll take it, though. Our 9-hole hitter, Wander. And now we're actually in a spot. Oh, he's got Gwynn Thomas Bellinger again. This is beautiful. So we'll go Reyes Dibble, or sorry, Hader Dibble. If we do have to pinch hit, obviously I'd like to stay with Mo here. But if we do rattle off 2 base runners in a row here and pinch hit, then we'll go Hader into Dibble next inning. I can't believe he's throwing this many changeups with Soto, dude. It's his worst pitch by far. His changeup on paper is actually such a bad pitch. Mickey the other way. Nice, crushed. Late side of good. We take those. And now we're doubling it up. 12-6. 105 off the bat. And if Hannes gets on, it's going to get awkward. I'm not really sure if pinch hitting is worth it now that we're up by 6. It's a tough call. Let's just get on with Hannes and then deal with it later. I gotta assume this is a changeup or something. Nice. Okay. Good mix-up, dude. He's pitching really well. I don't hate making it out there because I get to stick with Mo, to be honest, in a 6-run lead. The offense, couple of bombs there really helped us out. Sorry, I guess I should say sorry for taking Shohei out after 4 innings. I hope you guys learned something. Like I said, even though he got beat around a little bit, you know, you can take a lot of value from that. And the fact that our offense has taken off the way that it has is, at least in some capacity, a product of us batting Shohei third, which was, you know, the #1 main rule that I see people making mistakes with. Tried hard to me there. Thank God they patched that. I just hung that. Whew. That was lucky, man. That changeup went nowhere near where I wanted. He did kind of throw me off with the R2. I'm not going to lie. I will take the fly out, though. This is kind of cute, though. You could, it's a lot easier to use a guy like Tony Gwynn when you're playing at this stadium. I will say that for sure. It does appear that he's pressing a bit. As you can see, I've been throwing a lot more balls to this guy as the game has gone on. It seems to be working well. You can tell just by his his demeanor in the box that he doesn't really want to work the count, right? If it's close, he's swinging, regardless of count. So when we just spam balls a lot, it's it makes him frustrated because he doesn't want to take pitches, right? Swinging this for a double play. Ooh. I will take 1 out. Thank you, sir. 4 outs to go. And Mo has been very good. We get the righty on right matchup versus Kemp here as well. I like it. We'll throw a cutter here just because we haven't thrown many of them. Maybe we get a 1 pitch out. He's late on it. Nice. So this is also a good opportunity, I guess you guys can see, for me to pitch with my bullpen arms that I use all the time. Because a lot of these games, you know, the starter just goes for most of the game. So hopefully you've learned something with Britton, with Mo, as well as Shohei. And as we dive into these later innings, hopefully we can close out this dub and make World Series. Goes without saying why I'm throwing this pitch. Good take from him. I need that to be a little bit more believable, but I'm not going to double up on it. And now I'm going to throw a cutter out here. We're going to tunnel it with that sinker we caught him looking earlier. Maybe it's in the back of his mind. And it is, and he's very early. And it gets it down. Dang. That's exactly the swing we want there, man. Absolutely perfectly played. He swung for that backdoor sinker that we had in his mind. And he pokes it through, man. All right, so if this was a closer game, I'd be bringing in a lefty here. We're going to try to let Mo go a little bit longer, because even if we give up a bomb here, it's 12-9, which is okay. He wants it really bad, man. You can see just how antsy he is in the box. If it's remotely close, he's letting it rip, especially if it's the pitch speed that he's looking for. J-Rod, I need you. Nice. So we got a couple outs there. Cutter's in on the hands because he just wanted it so bad. Great stuff from Mo there. Trying to think of who I want to pinch hit. It's probably just Frank. Frank's a great pinch hit here. Even if he goes righty, we're still almost maxed out. And then ninth inning is going to be Goose. The best reliever in the game. 99 Goose. What a freak.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Obviously, in a normal 6-run game, I might think about Reyes or something, but this is my World Series game, and the season ends tomorrow, so here we are. He does go to Raleigh. I'm not going to counter. We can, if this game goes to extras, we have huge bench advantage. Hopefully it doesn't get that far, but I have no qualms hitting right on right with Frank. 2-0, I'm sitting sinker inside, otherwise I'm taken. He did throw it. I was late side of good, unfortunately. I don't think I got all this one. Alright, this stadium is just dumb, man. This is just silly. 356 distance, 96 off the bat. Hey, at least it's better than the Gwynn one he hit. And we might just get a rage sinker in on the hands again to Vlad Jr. Nice, the mix-up. If he didn't give up a home run on a sinker, he'd probably do that. I think I'm going to sit on it again, though. There it is. Pulled it foul. 2 ready for it. This has got to be a fork ball. No. All the Raleigh dudes want to set you up with the fork. I don't know what that sentence was. So I think I'm just going to sit slow, and if he gasses me up, then we'll tip our cap. All right, reaction for the win. Should not have got a hit on that. If that was a sinker, he would have got a ground out. I'll take it, though. Moving through the middle of our order now as well. We got a lot of pressure. We already pinch hit, so he's just going to be rolling through position players for basically the remainder of this 9th inning. We'll move up on this. That's an easy move up. Pitch was nowhere close. Gets us out of the double play, which is nice. Now we're trying to look to pull the ball a little bit, move this runner over to third if we can. So we're looking for stuff inside now. I got it inside, and I swung a little late and hit it up the middle on accident. Good play by Raleigh, man. We had the right idea, didn't execute. It happens. There's the fork ball. Man, it looks so much slower this year. I don't know what they did. Not going to let him beat me inside with 4 seams, so we're keeping an eye on that. Was a sinker that time. Now we got to be a little bit careful. You know, he's had a lot of success changeups down and into lefties, so we got to kind of watch for that fork ball. And we got to watch for the slider off the plate inside. So, tough spot to be in for sure. There was the fork ball in. Luckily, we make contact. He could be setting us up for a front door sinker here. He did not. He went down and away. Good spot, man. Good swing. Lined right at him. What can you do? J-Rod's 0 for 4. I want him to be 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs here. We will once again sit sinker on the hands. And we will once again miss. All right, we're going to Goose with a 7-run lead. Try to get Shohei this dub. Try to get into the World Series. Turner Biggio, we're also going to put bunt defense on. I don't want to give this guy anything, man. Got to make him earn every non-out he makes this inning. So we're going bunt defense for Trey. We're going bunt defense for Craig. We're just not going to let him have anything easy. I know it's a 7-run game. I know technically the bunt doesn't do much here. But it's the fact that he's not making an out that's a big deal. Because we only need 3 of them and we're out of here. So we're just trying to take away as many easy options as he has.
pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
With Goose, I really like to feature the sinker a lot, just because people typically keep their bat really fast for outlier.
Ball and 2 strikes.
As you can see there, he's early and over the top. And now we do kind of have a curveball type pitch, so we'll try to bury the slurve like we did with Shohei earlier. And he does chase. Beautiful. So that's going way back to the second, third, fourth innings where we got a couple strikeouts, burying curveballs with this guy. We finally have a pitcher in the game who actually throws, you know, something that could resemble a curveball. So we want to try it and see if he chases. See if he's antsy again here. Let's elevate this four seam. If he's sitting on it, he's probably going to swing. He did. Unfortunately, he fouled it. I wanted him to hit that in play, but I will take the strike one. Back to the sinker away. Maybe he's early. He just takes it. Nice. And now we can just tunnel the slurve. This is a freebie pitch. If he swings, great. If not, we'll go back up and in or something. And I think I'm going to go down and in with the four seam. Scared to challenge up at the stadium, man. It's really scary. Appeared to be a good pitch. He was late. Let's go up and in. I'm probably going to regret this. Wow, he took it. Okay. Huge. So this is Mantle, obviously. We've been tracking his bench the whole game. So now, if by some miracle he ties this up and it goes to extras, we know that he doesn't have any pinch hitters left, which is good to know in a really tight extra innings game. Luckily, he rolls it over first pitch. Goose closes it out. And in one of the games where I feel like I hit the worst all year, we scored 13 runs on 16 hits. So hope you guys learned something. Hopefully it was helpful for you Shohei guys out there. Again, the biggest tip I can give is bat him higher in the order. It's a really easy fix, and it's going to solve a lot of issues for y'all. The pitching stuff, no sliders to lefties. Try to throw glove side cutters to righties more sparingly. And again, if you want more info on that glove side cutter stuff, check out the What Would Brev Do from last year. That's going to be on, you know, a dude, and it's in the description. So if you made it all the way to the end, I would appreciate you liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you haven't. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought. If you have any questions, take care, guys. I'll see you next time.